This presentation is titled, You Will Never Change What You Tolerate. 5 Steps to Removing Unhealthy Tolerance. So let's get into it. First, let's start off by defining the word. To tolerate means to accept or endure someone or something unpleasant or dislike with forbearance. It also means to allow the existence, occurrence, or practice of something that one does not necessarily like or agree with without interference. You see, we've been conditioned to accept and tolerate subpar health as a new normal. We've been indoctrinated to accept the idea of preventable diseases running in our families as an unavoidable fact. We've been trained to tolerate ingesting and injecting foreign and strange chemicals into our bodies on a daily basis as something necessary and effective. Ultimately, we've been brainwashed to believe fancy lies, which in turn makes many of us food for a system that has no intentions on truly seeing us healthy. Here's a question. Will you continue to tolerate the constant discomfort of being short of breath when walking up a flight of stairs? Are you tired of being on the anxiety roller coaster when you think you have chest pain, foot numbness, or an unhealed cut because you know it could be coming from the high blood sugar that you've been ignoring? Do you accept the lifelong commitment to taking several medications for years on end only to have them increased by your prescriber just because the condition has progressed? Just think about it. Just think about all the things that we tolerate or accept while being displeased with the very interaction or outcome of that thing. It's almost as if we are telling the very thing that we are unpleased with that its continuation in its existence is more important than our own state of well-being and happiness. Think about this. Do you like your excess weight? Do you like your uncontrolled blood pressure and blood sugar? Do you consider any of those states as being healthy and progressive? So most of us would agree that these are not healthy states of being, but in fact, unhealthy states. So the question has to be asked, why do we tolerate them? Understand this and understand this well. You will never change what you tolerate. You will either take control of your life and your future, or you will be dominated by the very things that you tolerate. So now that we've identified a problem with unhealthy tolerance, what's the solution? Well, here are my 5 steps to removing intolerable health conditions from your life. Step number 1, list them. What are you unhappy with pertaining to your health? Is it your weight, your blood pressure, the number of medications you're taking? What is it? Would you like to improve or eradicate these things? Then list them and identify the issue or condition while being as detailed as possible. For example, I am very unhappy with injecting 35 units of insulin 3 to 4 times a day, all while knowing that it is the very source of my 40-pound weight gain and sore abdomen. I'm also unhappy with my doctor wanting to increase my 35 units to 40 units, seeing that I was just taking 10 units last year. So what you have to do is list all the things that you dislike about it, the time that is consumed, the opportunities that you may have missed, and the inconveniences that this condition may have caused you. Now, while you're writing these things down, you might get angry. And if you do, then good. Anger with a plan of action gets things done. Step number 2, reject them. Take everything from step 1 and focus on just how much this condition has impacted you negatively. Remember all the times that you've identified yourself as being one and the same as the condition. Now, vehemently reject it all. Declare that you deserve better health and that you will make it so. Never, ever make your identification and the condition one and the same by saying, I am diabetic, I am obese, I am sick. I'm sure that your mother did not name you diabetic or obese. So please let it go and make a commitment to never return to the state of tolerance. Step number 3, research them. So we fear what we don't know. I can't tell you just how many times I've asked someone what meds they're on, only to have them tell me that they have absolutely no idea what they're taking and they barely know why they're taking it. You see, this is a clear sign of tolerance and defeat. And I get it. Some of these medications are hard to pronounce, and they're even harder to understand. But once again, understand that you will never defeat what you don't understand. If you have no idea what diabetes is or how you got it, then you are more likely to fail in your attempts to defeat it. Know your opponent and study the terrain, and the war is won. If you want to reverse type 2 diabetes, then you have to focus on the topic of reversing type 2 diabetes, because you will become what you focus on. This means that you have to create a new subculture for yourself, all about type 2 diabetes reversal. This also means that the podcasts you listen to, the blogs that you read, the books that you read, the videos that you watch, your social media feed should all be centered around the topic of type 2 diabetes. By doing this, you will reprogram your subconscious mind to know, not believe, but to know the reversal of type 2 diabetes is possible and that it's a reality for you. Step number 4, prepare for them. Don't think that you're going to win a fight just because you're fed up and tired of the condition. Victory requires strategic planning. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Before you take action, you must make sure that you're purposeful with your action. It's only so long that we can pontificate, theorize, and read, because at some point, the work has to be done. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the information from your research, and you're going to look through it. You should have come across several things that would help improve or eradicate your condition. Now I want you to write down the most practical and sustainable of those ideas that you've come across. From that list, create a daily plan of action that you feel relatively confident that you can execute on a daily basis for 30 days non-stop. Now, don't overwhelm yourself by trying to write down 1,100 things at once. 3 to 5 action steps will do. Finally, create ways to measure and reassess your progress every 7 days. Step number 5, neutralize them. What I'm about to say will initially sound crazy, but neutralizing the undesirable conditions is relatively simple and straightforward. In fact, the undesirable condition won't even be your biggest opponent. Your biggest opponent will be your gumbo soup of feelings and thoughts. During your journey, you will become acquainted with fear, doubt, procrastination, perfection, laziness, overthinking, and so much more. These will all be feelings and thoughts that may arise in your mind. But you should understand that those thoughts, for the most part, are all normal. So why does this happen? You see, it is my opinion that this is the old you testing the new you to see how serious the new you really is about the change. Unless your plan is putting your life in danger, then you must complete this 30-day period by any means necessary. It may seem like the old you is only trying to sabotage the new you, but once again, I believe that the old you is trying to make sure the new you has what it takes to be the new ruler and protector of the kingdom. Therefore, it's challenge day. All right, family, I really hope that this message touches you in a way to invoke a positive change in your life. Also, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate it. Other than that, this is Edward Williams signing off, and always remember, our community, our responsibility. Let's get it. Peace.